Hello. Oh my goodness. It has been a long day. I am not quite done yet. I still have a bunch of little things on my list. I'm going to do some furniture rearranging because I found some pieces that I've been looking for on Marketplace, and my family is going to go and grab those for me. They are absolutely amazing, and I hope they appreciate um, my part of the work, like the organizing, as much as I appreciate their willingness to go and grab the furniture for me. I'm planning on taking a quick coffee break. I have my coffee jar. um, it has, here, hold on. Lots of ice, but so delicious. I put a little bit of creamer in it, but some it has like some delicious coffee, and I prefer my coffee iced. I really do. Always have. I will drink warm coffee, but I just like it cold. If I go to Starbucks, I primarily get like black coffee, iced coffee. But fun thing, I did my taxes with my husband, and I this is the second year in a row that I said I was going to reduce how much coffee that I purchased because I've spent way too much money on coffee in at all, like completely, like every year. It did get better this year than it was, or got better last year than it was the year before, but it is not anywhere near to a place that I want it to be. So I'm going to reduce my coffee purchasing and really stick to making coffee at home. There's no reason I can't make it and pack it. Um, you're saving like $7 a day or more. Even more than that if I'm making coffee for other people. If all three of us get coffee just in the morning, that's like $21. So, yeah, we need to seriously reduce our going out coffee. That being said, I thought we can take a mental moment here. I encourage you just to take a deep breath and enjoy whatever you choose to have, like a Sunday sip with me. I don't drink, not because I can't or shouldn't. I choose to drink coffee and tea and water, sometimes kombucha. I just have a lot of individuals in my family who have struggled on and off, and so out of respect for their recovery and their struggles, I just choose not to. And I also have a really high sensitivity to things like that, so it's probably best with my body chemistry just to not participate and stuff like that. But whatever you choose to do, I encourage you to take a moment to just be with me. Kind of think about what you want to do for the week. I'm going to pull 2 cards today for some inspiration to kind of close out the week and bring in the next one. So, the first card is Justice, and it says Revolution. And the second card is the Ace of Swords. I'm not getting as much inspiration behind this one. For me, I was focusing on the swimmer in the background doing a big dive, and to me, I feel like this is just balance, the exchange. Sometimes in order to have balance, you have to be adventurous, and in the foreground, there's that exchange of the letter and the receiving. And to me, it feels more like this person, or maybe just, again, use your own interpretation, but my interpretation, for my personal self, but also just what I'm picking up on right now, is just the presence of this person is receiving, and if there's willingness to dive in and also to create your own balance, then justice will be served. Like, sometimes you have, again, the big word, to have a revolution, to revolt, to rise, to again, like, you can sit and look at the imbalance in your life, but in order to receive that balance, sometimes you have to dive in, go to the other side of things where there's some chaos, to be able to clear some of that chaos. I mean, there's always going to be things on both sides, that's just what I see. But pause the screen, take a look, what you see. You are the oracle. When we see, images like this, we relate it to whatever comes to our mind's eye. And often it's, again, my interpretation could be, what I've been working on right now, or, especially with creating a balance in my life. And I've shared a good part of that journey with you today. And then the Ace of Swords, it looks like there's two things that could be happening here. When we're looking at first, like, the original kind of card mindsets, the area of the swords, right? That's often communication, clarity, focus, intellectual space. And, I see this person, like, again, these cards are usually more collaged out. So these are very, again, this is pretty clear. There's a balloon. The balloon is missing a string. And when I look at this, like, strings often can weigh a balloon down, or they're tethered, and there is no tether here. And there's also a delicateness about this balloon. Like, I'm curious, if that person were to poke that balloon hard enough, would it pop? Is it stuck to the wall? Or is it just floating? Is the person reaching, for the balloon that's rising, and is it just outside their reach? With it saying sharp clarity, again, I'm not trying to look at the words there of sharp clarity, but again, like, things can be clear, within that space and intellectual space. And, like I said, you have to be mindful, because you can reach up and grab it, but if you push too hard towards things that you're trying to communicate, or you're trying to come across, like, the balloon can pop, whatever, so to take a moment and really set in, with what is it that you're wanting to balance? What is it that you're wanting to achieve through communication? Or what is your mind trying to say? That things are not outside your grasp. You just have to be collected. What is it that you want to say? What is your priority in what you want to say? Is it your self-respect? Is there balance that needs to be heard? Another thing someone could be trying to communicate beyond self-respect that may take some sensitivities is relationship balance, or no barking, or their objectives, like, again, what it is that you want. If you don't know what your priority is, you have a potential likelihood of communicating with tension. And again, don't pop the balloon, right? The balloon is present, but it's not necessarily fragile, if you're being tender with it. And it's not something that has to be tethered down or weighed down. It's something that can be organic. Communication is very powerful. And then, someone could look at this and, sometimes you have to pop that balloon and you have to put it out there into the world and to be heard, to create balance. I'm trying to bring it in, with the other cards too. One of the reasons I love these particular cards is that there is not a guidebook to it. It is I think it's called the practical magic, and they're collage cards. And yes, there are some prompts at the bottom, but they really open you up to your own interpretation. Not that I don't like guidebooks, I really do. But I often use these for, like, after we connect, I'll probably do a journal article. A journal reflection to see how I can, use this one to kind of reflect in, and this one kind of how I want to merge them and connect, for the week ahead. And I will put that then, maybe like one sentence capture from my reflection, I will put that capture into my planner for the week, just so that I can, be mindful of it and, be mindful of my words, and also to, for change, I want to feel like that. My arms spread out, diving right in, willing to participate, willing to communicate, but also being mindful of how I choose to do that. So I hope you have a strong and effective week ahead. I hope it's gentle. I hope you have open communication, or whatever it is that you choose to set as your priority. Take care.